Default, no. This one. Now you guys should be able to hear me. Can I get a MSG baby if you guys hear me? This one. Now you guys should be able to hear me. Can I get a MSG baby if you guys hear me? Aha! Nice. Yeah, okay. Well, we are a bit early, but let's wait for the rest. Guys, this move has already played out. This move has already been completed. This is the breakout high we have here of the block. Turns it green, so we're waiting for retracement. It came nicely back to the golden zone. From the low to the high, when you see it start turning, coming back down, you pull your fib out, you pull it through, and there's your golden zone between the 0.5 and 0.618. You remove it, it came into the golden zone, so this is where you buy, and your TP1 is here, and stop loss break even on your runners. Okay, so this move has already been completed because it went and swept the breakout high. Okay. Hey man. Copy. WhatsApp. Okay, let's wait for the rest of the people to join. See you guys at 5. Guys, I'm still here. We're just waiting for 5 o'clock for everyone to join. I'm just still here and we're busy working as well. So everything is just off until 5 p.m. You get something to drink, guys, and then come back at 5. It's in 8 minutes. Alright, hallo. Alright. Kom ons gaan sommer Jakes 9203 op YouTube vra. Julle sê MSG Method werk. Wel, hier is dit voor jou oor, nou net. Breakout van die blokkie. Hierdie is meer die Lego Method blokkie, is die 3 PM blokkie. Hier is die breakout van die high. Teruggekom golden zone toe. En van die golden zone af enter jou buy en jy target hierdie high. Okay. Jy target die breakout high en daar gaan sweep by hom en jy jou geld gemaak. Lekker. Alright. Hier het hy weer teruggekom golden zone toe, reject, weer 'n buy opportunity vir jou en hy is op pad weer op. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay. Plain simple. So lekker geld wat jy kan maak vandag. Die probleem is, the problem is that most of you guys sit with, this one trade is not enough for you. But please, you can feel free to comment if I'm talking shit, but you guys feel like you need to trade. This is why I am so successful. It's because I only trade twice a day now. I used to only trade once. But I take my trade, I take my profits and I'm out. If it's a loss, I think in the last 2 weeks we had one loss on MSG Method. I take my loss and I'm done. I don't try and make it back. I don't try to trade back. I wait for the next setup. It's easy as that, simple as that. But the one thing helping me to do it and to be so disciplined is, and I'm not even going to say it's discipline because my discipline is quite poor. It's not one of the best. I'm not one of the best, most disciplined people out there because that's why I'm this fucking big, because I can't be disciplined enough to go to the gym every day. Alright? The thing that's helping me is that I'm cock busy. I'm very busy. So I wait for my setup. I trade at 3 AM and I trade at 3 PM. I take my trade, that's it, I'm done. Then I have to go work, and I have to work because I work for you guys. That's my job. Okay. We have 38,000 clients that we are working for. So that's what's helping me. Okay, so you need to find something that's going to help you. Because in the last 2 weeks I took one loss. And we're going to have a look at that loss. We're going to have a look at that loss. Okay. But let's just go back. Let's first start with the MSG method. How the MSG method works. What does the MSG method stand for? So the MSG method stands for major session gap. It takes advantage of the gap between the major sessions because there's a small tiny gap that gives us a lot of information. You can buy now, it's way too high. You want to buy at the target. Remember, this is 150 pips. This is $1,500 on a one lot. $150 on a 0.10. Again, you could have entered, if you buy now, you're buying too high. This was a zone. You see the rejection of the golden zone, so you buy. And this is your main target. And then you can set stop loss to break even on your other entries. But anyway, major session gap is the MSG method, which is the 3 AM block. The block that forms from market open till 3 AM, which is this one. Okay. So let's go through them. I'm gonna pick a random day. Let's pick a random day. Let's pick this one, 17 December. Let's pick the 17 December. Okay. Very, very nice what we have here. This is the MSG block. You see it completes it at 3 AM. Look at the timestamp down at the morning, 3 AM at the bottom. It breaks out, comes back to high risk, and it goes and it sweeps the high, which is our TP1. It runs to break even. Alright, comes back to the block and again goes up. Quite eenvoudig, né? But every person has their own financial situation. Every person has their own risk factors that come into place. A lot of people can only afford $50 to trade with. Other people can afford $500. Other people can afford a fucking $1 million. Alright? So here's what you need to figure out. There's 3 types of risk settings for the MSG method. You can either enter at high risk like I do. You can either wait for it to come to your medium risk entry, which is in the middle, or low risk, which is at the bottom. So unfortunately, if you have a $10 account, you can't enter in the middle. You can't enter here because your stop loss is below the block. So sometimes if you're a medium risk taker or a low risk taker, we only want to risk like $5, you will get left behind sometimes. Okay? So pretty straightforward, né? Let's go to a previous one. Oh, and this is a nice example to have. Broke out to the downside first, then came back all the way up. This is why it's nice to have about a $10 to $15 stop loss above your block. Okay, price only moved 1.3 to 1.7, $4 above the block. So $4 above, and then came into the direction that we wanted. So sometimes if you're a high risk taker, now let's go look at the difference. It's high risk. You're going to enter here. So let's say you enter. Let's say you entered here. It's 4304. Price moved to 4317. That's a $13 stop loss or $13 drawdown. Now, I mean, if you have a $20 account, I mean, it makes no sense risking 60% of your equity, right? So if you are low risk, you entered at low risk, you had a $5 to $10 stop loss, you would have made nice bucks. Okay, but high risk, you sometimes will end up in a drawdown. But you must also know sometimes it doesn't work out, and you're going to have to take a stop loss. Okay, you're going to have to take a stop loss. Now let's go through. 3 a.m. one again. Nice example of leaving you behind if you're on low risk taker. Breaks it to the top, coming back to high risk only, and then fucking boom, flying. Okay, so this is one thing that the only thing that's going to make it tricky for you guys is that it all depends on what equity you have in your trading account. This is the only thing that's going to make it a bit complicated. Okay, and the nice thing is for the last 2 weeks, the 3 p.m. and 3 a.m. one worked out only one day. The 3 p.m. didn't work out and the 3 a.m. didn't work out. We were going to have to take a loss. So just remember that. Okay, but now these are the cool things we can use to determine our entry point. And the one thing that I use every single time is the fib. So there's two levels that's very important on the Fibonacci retracement, which is this little tool here with the 4 lines. Is the 50 zone and the 61.8 zone. Okay, the 0.50 and the 0.618 zone. That zone between the 50 level and the 618 level is what we call the golden zone. That is where if price moves back there and it stops and it continues back in the other direction, then it's a clear indication that it was just a small retracement and not a market reversal. Now, what do I mean by this in plain form? Let's take the Fibonacci. This is some of the 3 p.m. block. We take the high and we take the low, of the whole block. We take the high and we take the low. So it breaks out. We take the high and the low, it breaks out, it turns. Okay, what do we have here? We pull our fib out once we see it moving back up, and we pull in our golden zone. Let's delete it. Look here. To our golden zone, we enter. Now, however, I already enter here. But as it goes here and it rejects, I'm adding a lot more. I'm adding a lot more. And normally these are bigger lots, and my take profit on them is by this high. So by this candle, it will hit TPs. Okay? And I will move whatever trades are remaining from that position, from the golden zone, I will move to break even. Normally, if I put only 3 trades in, I will secure 1 trade and leave 2 runners. Okay? And target maybe a further TP. Okay. Let's go to the MSG block once again. Here I did a full retracement, like at first. Sorry, let's just first go back to this one. So here's the golden zone. Now, if price didn't stop and turn here, and price broke above and went up, then we know price would most likely go back to here and possibly break it, because this is now a market reversal, because it broke the golden zone. But because it stopped, it's only showing that this is a retracement and price will most likely go back here. Okay. Now, let's remove that. Okay. Let's go to the setup here. We had the golden zone, price broke to the low, and we're going to pull this fib. Okay. And we're going to put in let's put in our block. Okay. So from there to there, because here price starts coming back, okay? So now, look what happened here. First it rejects there. 3 5-minute candles rejects here. But then it breaks the golden zone. So now automatically it's telling us this is a market reversal of this move here. And price is most likely to go and visit this high, okay? Then after that we see price coming back down. Now it's rejecting this golden zone, and finally we have the breaking candle. Now, there's a trick that I used that automatically tells me this is a break and not a fake out. Because a lot of times you get fake outs, which means it breaks it and then goes back up. Alright? So now it's coming back down here and it breaks it. Now the reason why I like this break is it's a nice long full body candle breaking the zone. Can you guys see? So once it does this, I know, like, it has a 70% chance of continuing now lower than going back up, because it's like a full candle break. Okay. So now let's go somewhere to the next one, which is the 3P. This is the 3 PM one. This is the Lego method block. Breaks it, comes to a high risk, and then goes to the moon. Now look what it does. It comes back to the high risk again, and it goes to the moon again. Okay. But remember, if you enter here 4294, this is a $20 block plus $10 for your stop loss. So you're sitting with a $34 drawdown on a 0.01. You might have a $34 drawdown. Luckily, did it happen here? Most of the times it doesn't come to the other side of the block. It happens very few times, but it can. Okay, so that is the risk that I'm saying we need to look at. Now, let's go to the where was that loss? No, this one worked out beautifully. It worked out beautiful as well. Okay, yeah, this one. So why is this a loss? What happened here? Why did people actually lose money here? So if we look nicely, the price broke it, okay? Price broke above, it came back down and then swept the high. So it technically did finish the method, but because it broke it and came down to 511 and went to 524, which is still 130 pips, right? It's a lot. $13 on 0.01. But people don't come and take TP, because from here, from 1.2 to this high, 1.9 is $7. It's not a big move, but it's $7. So if you entered here or you entered here, your TP needs to be here, because the price can after that reverse like it did here. So we'll count this at a loss, because I know a lot of you took a loss because a lot of you are not happy with this $5 or $3 or $4 in this move. But as soon as it breaks this high, you need to secure profits and move stop loss to break even, because this can happen. Doesn't happen a lot, you guys will see. Doesn't happen a lot, but it can. And you don't want to take unnecessary losses. I'd rather take a $3 profit than a fucking $50 loss or a blown account. Okay? and wait for the next setup. There's 3 p.m. There we make more money. Come break it down, come back in, bam, make more money. The next MSG block, right? The next setup, broke it, came back down, took long, but you ended up and we swept this high eventually, and it didn't go back to the block. And once again, we have a nice fib level here. So you can take out your fib level. You draw the fib from the high, from the low to the high. When you see it start turning, you put in your block in the golden zone area. You remove your fib, and look at this nice buy entry it gave you again. And your TP is here. It just took long, but eventually you TP it. Okay. So you could have even bought on Friday, took the move on Friday, held it, put your TPC in, and you would have had TP today. Okay. So the same concept that we are seeing right now, look here, there we are at the target again. There we are at the target again. Okay. So, what happened? The breakout high of the block comes to the golden zone, which is this low to this high, and you pull it through. You put in your block and you remove the fib. Nah? Comes to the golden zone, you buy. Where's your target? Here. Came back here, it stopped, it respected going up, you target again here. You out. You can't be in buys unless you have a runner left from here, but you already secured profits. Yeah. So now you have a runner left and maybe target something higher. Doesn't make sense. So this is while it's happening now as we speak. Okay. Any questions? Why am I not seeing questions on Kick? Okay. Do I have any questions regarding this? Do you guys understand that if you make time to trade at 3, to come to the chart at 3 a.m., trade the MSG method, and you make time at 3 p.m. to come trade the Lego method, there's 2 setups a day. That has a high probability of hitting your take profits. A high probability of you making money. And you cut out trading in between unless you want to scalp in that direction of the block. But you know, if you just take those 2 setups, how highly profitable you'll be. There is a high probability of hitting your take profits. A high probability of you making money. And you cut out the 3 line and the fib. I'm going to do it all in once. Let me remove all the drawings. Okay. So this is your chart. You see that price breaks out to the top, right? Okay. We have a green block, which means we're going to look for buy. Now, what do we need? We need our entry point. Okay. So what are we going to do? The first thing that we're going to do, price starts coming back into the block. What do? We take the fib. We take it from the bottom to the top. Right? Because this is when it starts coming down. So from this to there. And you just pull it nicely through on that level. You're going to take a block and you're going to put it in the golden zone. Now, what is the golden zone again? It's the 0.5 level and the 0.618 level. You see those 2 levels? The block in between those 2 levels? That's the golden zone. The reason this is the golden zone is because this can determine if the market's going back up or coming down. If it breaks... Sorry. Let me just have something to drink here. If it breaks this golden zone to the bottom, comes back up, stops and come down, we know that this is a market reversal and no longer a retracement. That is what this tool is used for, the Fibonacci retracement. Alright? So if it stops here and it respects it, now we have one sign that it's going to respect it. Look here. Nice rejection of this level, second rejection of this level. Then we know the price is going back to this high at least. And this is exactly what happened. Once and twice. Okay. So that is the first thing you're going to do. Then also you need to decide Are you a high risk trader with a big account and you can handle the drawdown? Or are you going to enter at medium risk, which is in the middle of the block? Or are you a low risk trader where you're going to have to wait for it to come to the low risk side? Now, why is it low risk? Because your stop loss is $5 to $10 below this block. So if you enter here, you don't risk losing that much. But if you enter here, you can risk losing $11 plus another 10 for your stop loss, $21. Okay, but look at the medium risk entry, and you have your FIB golden zone. So you got a lack of medium risk entry in the middle of the block, plus your golden zone, and you target this high, and twice you could have made money. Makes sense. Small, but you made money today. That's what it's about. Now you wait for the next setup. Don't want to make more money. Be happy that you're in the blue and you're closing your trades for today in the blue, in the profit. You note it. Do you guys have a trading journal? Who has a trading journal? Who notes their trades for the day? I can guarantee you no one. Why don't you guys write down your trades for the day? 3 a.m. MSG method. This is what happened. I entered medium risk or in the golden zone, went up, I hit TP, this is how much I made. Lego method, 3 p.m. This is when I traded. Because that's the only way you're going to see with your eyes when you look back in your trading journal that you are fucking up by over trading and trading when you're not supposed to be trading. And normally a good sign of when you are trading when you're not supposed to be trading is if you buy, the market comes down, and if you sell, the market goes up. The reason for that is you're trading in a time frame, in time zones where you should not be trading. So if you go back to your journal, you will see where's your mistakes, and you will see which time frames are you more profitable, and you will only start trading then because this is serious shit. This is money we're talking about. This is your life, your future depending on this. So you guys will start taking it seriously and start just journaling it. Write down, this is what I did for the day. So that if by the end of the month you're not profitable, you can come back and look at your book. And you can start seeing, oh, this is where I fucked up. You guys need to start doing that. Karosh, yes, especially with the 3 p.m. one, because this block is valid until it breaks it with the next London session, which is only Monday. So this block is valid until Monday. But the MSG block is only valid 4 hours. But I mean, to be honest with you guys, this is the move. Golden zone, to hit my TP. I put on break even, so I secured profits, and it came and took my other trades out on break even a bit higher here. But I made profit with my one trade, I closed it. The other two, hit stop loss at break even. But I ended my session. I made money. I'm done. I didn't target it again. Because why do I want to risk again? So when you enter the market, you risk losing your money. The more times you enter the market, the more time you expose yourself to losing your money. So for me, it makes no sense to enter this position again. Because I already made my money with a move. And here's the move. There to there in the golden zone, I buy. I hit my TP. This is my level. Stop loss, break even, I lost. I didn't enter again here because why do I want to enter to risk money, losing money again? Every time you enter the market, you risk losing your money. So I'm not that greedy. I didn't even enter the second time. I didn't. Yeah, guys, the nice thing is on Kick and on YouTube, this live gets recorded, so within an hour, this live is up, so you guys can go rewatch it. This is something just on the 5-minute time frame, guys. On your laptop, just download TradingView, go to my website and request the TradingView indicator, the MSG method for TradingView. Okay. If you're speaking about these blocks, this you pull in. But these other blocks are the indicator, the MSG method. How do you see gold zones? It is between the level of 50 and 61.8. Like, for instance, you can do this. You see, this is a move from there to there. Then price starts coming down. So you take your fib from the bottom to the high. Only when you see price start coming down, you take it out, because you want to know how far back can it come down. And between the 0.5 and 0.618, there's your golden zone. You pull your blocky in and you remove it, and that's your blocky. That's the golden zone. So now you can see price went from down here to there and starts coming back up. So you can take your fib out from there to there. You pull it through. This is your fib blocky. So you will see that the price did not stop and move down. So price is most likely to go visit this high before coming down to this low, because this is now this is not a retracement, this is a market reversal. So it's the reversal of this move, and it will come to this level, which it's almost at. Okay, so this is an example of it breaking the golden zone. Then you know it's a market reversal and not just a retracement, and price has a higher chance of going back up to this level than coming down to this level. Okay. Yes, you can execute on the 5 minute. Do you enter sell position after hitting tip? No, never. Never ever. I also don't sell. So let's say I see it start turning. I put in the golden zone. I won't sell to the golden zone, because I'm going to sell with the hopes that it's going to go to the golden zone. But this thing can just turn around here and go up. So I have to wait for my setup. This is what you have the way I'm teaching you guys is, I'm teaching you guys setups, and you have to wait for your setup. You don't trade towards your setup. You wait when your setup completes and it respects it, and then you shoot. There you go. But you can't trade towards your setups. You need to wait for your setup to play out, and then you trade your direction. That's what I'm teaching you guys. How do you get the fib? The fib is here, guys. Top left here. Fib retracement. Third one from the top on the left. Fib retracement. Which fib is short for Fibonacci retracement. Fibonacci. But it's fib. We call it fib. The fib, my fib is on standard settings. It's standard settings, guys. I didn't change fuck. Everyone's fib will look the same, standard. It's exact. I didn't change stuff, guys. In fact, I used to take everything out and just leave this two in. But I mean, why? Why? So it's the standard, like everyone's is. I just use between the 50 and the 618. This is my golden zone area. No, guys, I changed no settings, guys. You don't need to. It works perfectly as it is. In actual fact, I know these traders who I heard, they got their own fib settings. I'm gonna tell you, you change these fib settings, you're probably making it worse. That's my honest opinion. I don't care who the fuck says what. You're probably making it worse by changing the levels. So just leave it as it is. It's perfect. In actual fact, the MSG method at 3 a.m. in the morning is valid 4 hours. The 3 p.m. one is valid until the next day of the new block. But I mean, catch your move once, get out. If it's a $5 move, guys, be happy with your $5. Wait for your next setup. If you guys start doing, in the university, I'm launching a university, I encourage you all to go complete that university course, get your certificate. Show me you can get your certificate. And then from then on, just trade everything you learned and the way I'm showing you in the university. And I promise you great things. Sometimes I use the body, sometimes I use the wick. Normally I like including the wicks because that is the full price range. So price went to there, even if it's just a wick, it still went there. So you need to play with it. Sometimes I exclude the wicks, sometimes I include the wicks. It depends on the way I feel, the way it moved. If it's a 1 minute week, I'll go to the 1 minute. If it's a 1 minute week, I'll probably cut it out and do body to body. But it's a feeling that you're gonna get. You'll get the feeling for it. Just play with the FIP every time. The university is opening on the 1st of January. We're launching it, 1st of January. I'm busy making the videos. You guys can see. Here's the fucking suede jacket, like a fucking 30,000 jacket, whatever, looking presentable there. So I'm busy making the content for it in the videos. We're launching it 1st of January. No, when market comes to the golden zones, do you look for candlestick patterns? Well, in a way you can probably say yes, because what I look at is I look what price does when it reaches that level. So normally what I look for, the first thing is when it goes into that zone first, is there a rejection, and then full body closing it. Like you'll see nicely what happens here. Only a week and then up, but yeah, look here. It was a full body, but rejection. So it's showing me, hey, this might respect this block because I'm seeing rejection here, which means buyers are coming in, right? Second rejection. This, I'm in, I'm done, I don't care, I'm in. I'm in. But I won't wait for, like, if you speak about candle patterns, like I won't wait for this engulfing candle. Like I watch what price does in that block, and if I'm happy with what it does, the way it would reject it, and then I would take the buy off this block. I don't like wait for, like you would say now, if I have to wait for candle pattern, which is a bullish engulfing candle, which is engulfing this candle, I won't wait for that. You can, it's safer, but I mean, the way I've learned, the way that market moves or price moves when it gets to certain zones, that it's got a higher chance of rejecting or breaking. The university is free. Where can you learn the MSG method? On YouTube. On YouTube is the best way. Look here, guys. There we go. There's gold going. and another thing you can also do is, if you have a small account, right, and you want to trade gold, you put in your golden zone, né? And here's your entries, and you put your stop loss just like $2-3 below it. You can also do this, and a lot of times it will work out for you. You'll make a lot more money. Your risk to reward will be nice because your TP is automatically like at this level. Well, that's the golden zone. Also, it comes from this level, so it's respecting it, which means it now has to go to this level, right? Because this is now just a retracement. So look at your risk. So this is your entry. Let's say in the middle of the block. This is your entry, this is your stop loss, this is your reward, this is your TP. You see? So you can play with it, depends on what trading style you have. Me, I almost don't give a fuck because I have such a big trading account. I will enter it here at the top because I don't want to miss it at all. And I will enter a lot more. Yeah. And I can handle this. This thing breaks below the block, I get out, whatever, take my loss. It doesn't bother me, it can't affect me. Like there's no amount of money I can lose in my trading account that's gonna like put me in a negative situation emotionally. But this is also something you can do. You put in your FIP level, you target the FIP level, the golden zone, and your stop loss is below the golden zone and not below the block. You can also do stuff like that. There's many ways. You need to play around with it and figure out what is your trading style. You can't learn everything from me like a papagay. It's not going to work. You can. But I must know already, I can already see. Guys, if you spend as much time as me in the market, and we can actually do a nice test on this one day, man. If I sit here and I watch this whole 1 hour and I see the way it moves, I know exactly what's happening on the 1 minute, the 5 minute and the 15 minute just by looking at the 1 hour. Does it make sense to you guys? Want to say I already know what pattern is happening in that 1 hour candle just by the way it moves, if I really look at it, because that's what I used to do. I used to study it. Like I look at the 1 hour candle and I can tell you there's a bull flag on the 1 minute time frame, but I need to see the whole time how the candle moves up, down, 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 step, up. You can see that already. So I don't have to like go to the 1 minute for better entries. This is my zone that I want to target. I see rejection of how price moves because I'm monitoring as price gets there. And I see what is happening in the rejection and I go for it. But for it's very nice actually for beginner. Maybe you can go to the 1 minute until you've spent so much time in the market that you can already see that. This is my zone that I want to target. I see rejection of how price. Blomkeizer, I've now explained it about 4 times. Just go back to the video. It's gonna upload now. Oh, the best thing is go to the MSG Method video. And all those blocks are specifically, I targeted those videos for those blocks. Okay, so Monday morning I want no fucking excuses. Today I don't know how you lost money. Today was also pretty simple, pretty straightforward buying. Yes, we didn't have a chance for the on XM for the 3 AM block because XM only opened at 6 AM, right? Which they did let us know. So we only had the 3 PM setup and you made some money and you're done for the day. So Monday, please guys, let's start Monday. I don't want excuses. The only excuse I want is if the fucking thing didn't work out. Yes, we didn't have a chance for the on XM for the 3 AM block because XM only opened at 6 AM. Yeah, Esma, the best thing is join the lives. Like I'm fully in for the lives again. I'm changing my routine up a bit. I had to change my routine for the doctors. That's why you guys couldn't see me live at 3 AM all the time, or every day like it used to. Because the doctors wanted to do tests and shit, and it required me to sleep during the night. Okay, but I mean I'm sorted. I've got one small issue, but fuck it, that issue can wait. So I'll see you guys Monday morning at 3 AM. We're gonna try the MSG method. I don't want any excuses. Okay. Love you guys. Stay safe so that we can all come back here on Monday. Okay.